3.2 word problems, computers. So as stated, Gordon Moore blah 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 he predicted that the number of transistors on a computer processor at a given price point would double every 2 years. And so question A wants to know the equation that could be the model for the given informations. Given that P is the transmitters in terms of time in years, which is represented as T, and the initial numbers of transmitters is represented as I in this case. So for 55A, I have came up with the equation P equals the initial price times 2T divided by 2. T is the years and I is the initial numbers of transistors. So if you were given P and then you were given the initial, you could possibly find the number of T. So the relation between these three variables very clear. If you plug in the initial and you have the time, you could easily find the predicted number of transmitters, because as you can see here, it's stated that the point would double every 2 years. So that's why I have the 2 here. And every 2 years you have to divide by 2. So for example, if the time of 10 years, it would be 5 years because it doubled every 2 years as stated. And so B wants to know that, let's say in October 1985, a specific processor had 2750,000 transmitters. That's the initial. So about how many years later would you expect a processor at the same price to have around 4.4 transmitters? So the 4.4 transmitters will be P, the predicted number of transmitters, and I in this case would be obviously 275,000. So here I have came up with the equation that could possibly find T. So I plugged in the 4.4 million on the predicted number of transmitters, and since I know the initial numbers of transmitters is written here, represented as I times 2, which is doubling as it mentioned here, double every 2 years. So 2 here and double, and then T divided by 2 is the number of years divided by 2, so double every 2 years. So T in this case would be 8. Well, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy it.